folks, speaking of Republicans. So I just want to say first of all, like there's so many bullet points that we need to go through here. But first of all, this photo is amazing. It's just, for whatever reason, it just exudes like this, like I imagine her face under this mask is like, and also she looks a lot like Hillary Clinton here. Like, is it just me, or like she looks a little?
Oh, seriously,
like,
hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
That looks a little Hillary-ish to me, and I'm just throwing that out there. So apparently House Republicans have successfully ousted Liz Cheney from party leadership. So that's hilarious. I don't even know. I just saw this pop up, so I have no idea. Let's click on the Associated Press. Let's see what they got going on. Okay. House Republicans ousted Liz Cheney from her post as the chamber's number 3 GOP leader on Wednesday, punishing her after she repeatedly rebuked former President Donald Trump for his false claims of election fraud and his role in inciting the January 6th Capitol attack. I need everyone to understand the failure of the Democratic Party, the absolute and utter failure of the Democratic Party to hold the Republican Party accountable for what happened in January. History is going to be written. And I'm telling you this right now. 10 years from now, right, you're going to look back at this moment where they're like, wait, okay, so hold the phone. Okay, so it's May and the Republican Party still exists? What? Okay. I know, right? Like, if you're, like, imagine there's an alternate timeline. Like, let's say a time traveler would come back and try to fix the timeline, right? You know, okay, so it's May 2021. It's been 5 months since the January 6th Capitol attack. And the Republican Party has control of anything, anywhere? There are Republican politicians in May of 2021? Right? Like, what? Like, I need you to understand how ridiculous the situation that we're in is. We had a terrorist organization that spent, you know, let's say 60 odd years gunning up, getting ready to overthrow the government. Hello? Like, what the fuck? Hello? We need to understand this. And yet, none of them were held accountable. Zero were held accountable. Zero. Ted Cruz, Josh Hawley, all of them. Zero. None were held accountable. 14th Amendment exists. It says that you can't hold public office and support an insurrection. What was the fucking Civil War over? What the fuck? The same Republican Party that once wrote an amendment to prevent an insurrection has morphed into a terrorist organization that tried to overthrow the government. I need you to understand that. Before I get into any more of these details, I need you to understand, why the fuck is there a Republican Party in May of 2021? This is end game here. Like, I need you to know, January 6th was the beginning of, like, the fucking ending. Like, these motherfuckers, they were like, oh shit, we just got away with that. Right? Like, oh, fuck. So you're telling me we almost destroyed the entire system of governance in the United States, and then we're just going to get off scot-free? What? Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, so I just led a terror attack against the U.S. Capitol, and I'm just going to walk away. And then, of course, this creates a branding opportunity for people like Liz Cheney that are like, oh, I'm a reasonable Republican. Trump is bad, actually. Wow, that's so reasonable, right? That's so, yeah, Trump, he's bad. Whoa, buddy, Liz Cheney. Wow, ultra lib. I mean, like, again, I don't even want to read this fucking shit. Honestly, I don't care. But like, it's just, I need you to understand. I just wanted to like talk about the fact that there is a Republican Party in May of 2021, and it exists, and they hold votes, and none of them are in jail. Like, can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? None of them are in jail. 0% of them are in jail. Lord have motherfucking mercy.
Not good. Believe me, not good.
And this is, again, I need you to understand. This is, like, there is no, like, again, remember when I said earlier in the stream, there is no First Amendment, you have no right to free speech? You have no right to protection from unreasonable search and seizure. You have no right to protection from cruel and unusual punishment. You don't have rights. The 14th Amendment, the one that says that if you lead an insurrection against the United States, you cannot hold public office, doesn't exist. Because at the end of the day, right, there is no Constitution. There is no Bill of Rights. There are no amendments. There are no rights. There's nothing. None of that exists. It's all fake. Those are pieces of paper. None of it is real. You need to understand. This isn't like a video game. This isn't like, like The Sims, right? Where it's like, like there's like, okay, there's the pre-programmed career option of being a scientist. And you go, like, that's not, there is no like pre-programming of rights in this world that we live in. Like gravity, that's a law. That's a law of how the world works. There is no Constitution. There is no 14th Amendment. If in this instance, right, the 14th Amendment was not invoked, it will never be invoked. It doesn't exist. It's gone, right? If people are arrested in the city of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, for saying fuck 12, there is no First Amendment. It doesn't exist, right? And you need to understand that. When we have a law system, a legal system that says that, okay, you can murder people in a school zone and not be held accountable, we have no legal system. We have no law. There is no law and order. You need to understand it's all fake. All of this is fake. The only thing that matters is what people in power do with their power in that moment. That's the only thing that matters, right? So when Democrats, when they have power, didn't do anything to hold the Republican Party accountable, there is no 14th Amendment. When the people that are the police arrest someone for saying fuck 12, there is no First Amendment. Because there is no check and there is no balance. None of that exists. You need to understand there is no Constitution. There is no Bill of Rights. It is fantasy world. It's fan fiction. Legit. It's like trying to go to the bathroom while playing Monopoly, right? And it's like, don't touch my stuff. It's against the rules. And you come back and you're missing $300. There are no rules. The only thing that matters is what people decide to do in the moment. There are no rules. There is no First fucking Amendment. You have no right to free speech. There is no freedom. You're not free. Slavery was never abolished. Right? America's got the fucking largest incarcerated population in the fucking world. The fuck do you mean slavery was abolished? That was fucking fake news. It was a joke. Anyway, I need people to understand, like, there is no such, I think it's real, however it's created and worded it. No, here's the thing, Jeffrey. Yes, there is a paper that exists called the Constitution of the United States. Yes, that exists. Right? There is a physical paper, but that's all there is. Right? Like, if a cop acts unconstitutionally, you know what I mean? It does, like, if the Constitution's not going to protect you. You know, like, there is no protection garnered from it. But anyway, that's all I have to say about that. I think it's hilarious that Republicans still exist. Just like the fact that a Republican Party exists. Like, that, to me, is newsworthy. It's May 12th, 2021. Breaking news. There's a Republican Party. That alone should be, like, earth-shattering headlines. May 12th. If you, on January 7th, like, came back and said, on May 12th, there's going to be a Republican Party, you know what I said? You know what I would say? I'd be like, no. No way. You're telling me the Democrats are just going to let them get away with it? That's exactly what they did.